Well, welcome into the Feminine Wisdom Circle for February 2026. And what I love is that we're doing this call right after Valentine's Day weekend. And it was also Galentine's Day weekend. So I hope each of you had either a gal to connect with, yourself to connect with, or you took the time to do that, or someone, an intimate partner special to do that with. And welcome, Joanne. I'm going to promote you to panelist so you can join us here. And because this is participatory. So I love what we're doing here today. And I would love, I'm going to put it back on the screen, but for someone who is wanting to get into the energy of today's circle, to read the intention. Would somebody like to read the intention? Here it is on the screen. Yeah, go ahead, Jessica.
Happy to read it. Intention. Our intention is to create a sacred space for wise women leaders to access our juicy feminine energy and take time to nurture our soul, connect with lighthearted women, and amplify your magnetism.
Yes. So that's what it is. And I just want to let that sink in, because when we do, I mentioned right before we started the recording that today's topic is softness, and just to let that energy of softening and softness seep into you, kind of like a sponge that's just sitting there all soft and ready. And how that's going to amplify your magnetism is kind of the silver lining of softness. I'd like to invite us all into a safe space by uh, setting the parameters of that. Each woman's story here is hers to tell, and we listen from our hearts. We don't give advice without permission, and we recognize and welcome tears as a release and as a sign of great healing, and they are sacred in this space. So you're safe with us here. And the other thing I wanted to do is introduce the card. I mentioned it's about softness, but you might want to know what the feminine power cards are in case you don't have a deck or haven't seen them before. But I actually, for those of you who don't know, I came out with this deck in 2007. 2007,
Really?
I produced this beautiful deck that you see behind me in the poster. And I keep it in my desk, and and they were born out of index cards that, as I was going through a really intense transformational time in my life, I would write down nuggets that I was learning in my personal development programs, in therapy, in journaling, in mentoring. I was mentored by a woman who was talking about the feminine, and I had no idea what the feminine. I didn't think I was feminine. I was like, I don't like Laura Ashley Prince. So I'm not feminine. And she actually called me and told me years later, she referred to me as the ice queen when I first walked into her courses, her programs. So I've come a long way. And one of the most revealing principles was that of softness. And so the card that is for today, and for those of you who don't know, there's a pink side and a blue side to each card. The pink side is the principle. The blue side is the practice. And there are different types of principles. There's 4 core feminine power principles. I won't go into them today, but suffice it to say that they're coded by the design that's on the back. Tells you what suit it is, what is the core feminine principle. And then there's another code that is a symbol at the bottom. And there's 3 symbols that you'll find. Sometimes you'll find 2 on the bottom of the 3. And the star that you just saw means this is a practice to do something. A heart would mean this is a practice to contemplate something. And a smiley face would mean this is a practice to affirm something. So affirmations, contemplations, and things to do. So interestingly enough, the softness one has something to do. And It's just to launch you into it, to practice. So every time I got a nugget and I wrote it down on index cards, it was something I wanted to embody. And so this one says, surrender into the softness of your being. Surrender into the softness of your being. Take a breath in and out as you think about that or just hear that. How about feel it? Feel it in. Surrender into the softness of your being. And then the practice, you can take this on if you like, but it says create a romantic home or space where you can relax, feel safe, and open up. So it's really a self-nurturing card. It's about doing something for yourself where you honor yourself by doing something to your space. To do that, light a candle, take a bath, some way soften up your environment and or your being. Sometimes it's just, asking a friend for a hug or someone special in your life. If you, at your next time you see people. So, that is the card. Let's see what comes to mind. Is there, I want to give us a time to let go of everything that took to get to this moment here. And is there anything that you want to share that came up as something that would add to this conversation, based upon what we're just started talking about softness? Or you're just taking it in, or you're softening right now.
I
Yeah.
got some that kind of came up, the surrendering into softness for me right now. I'm I'm really feeling that because I've put on some hard boundaries with a family member who's in trouble. And without getting into details, in the sake of avoiding codependence, enabling, and all the rest, um, I've been trying to settle into restraint
Mm.
and how to show up emotionally without going back to a rescuer role. So that softness is actually something that I'm settling into currently, but on myself because I feel a lot of guilt around it. So it's really nice. That's what's
Mm.
coming up. Very nice.
Great insight on that. Anybody else want to share? The softness is showing up. And I really think that when you're challenged in a way, whether it's to be codependent or to in a tough situation when somebody's like coming at you with negative energy, which happened to me recently, I responded with softness, but at the same time, firm boundaries. So I was on a meeting with a group and somebody was very upset about some changes. And I thanked her, first of all. And that's a really soft way I said, thank you for sharing. It's, I value your communication. Right. And so when, when we're faced with challenging situations, I feel like if we can tap into and stay grounded in grace, which is kind of a form of softness, and honoring ourselves and the other person, you don't have to compromise yourself. You let them know they're valid, their feelings are valid, their situation is valid, and what I was willing to do. And so I listened and I validated and I said, I hope you understand. We're actually doing things similar. We want the same thing. We just have different approaches. And we take everything we hear, because I was representing the organization, into consideration. And we do have that value as well. And that person wanted to be heard, so they had to repeat themselves again. And sometimes they have to repeat themselves 3 times and until they, feel like they're a broken record. And then it was just put to rest. But I was intent on modeling leadership from the feminine, and the softness really helped because I think I also brought in the rest of the group's heart, and I opened up the hearts of everyone to be compassionate with that person too, as well as compassionate with themselves and the organization. So softness is so powerful. In fact, what happened to me probably 20 years ago now, maybe even a little bit more, was I was in a personal development program and we were doing makeovers. This was like it was over several months. And they brought in a stylist, like a makeover consultant. And at the time I was wearing power suits. I had this big, bold striped one with black and white stripes. It was like cream and white. It was a little soft, but not really. I mean, it was bold, big 4 or 5 bold stripes. I looked really good. At least that's what I thought. I thought I looked like Miss Professional USA. And the woman looked at me and she goes, "You know what, Laura, your power," and this is before I ever heard the word feminine, "is in your softness." And I go, "What does that mean? How in the world is that even possible?" I go, "Well, do your thing, do your thing." I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." She straightened my hair. She put some highlights in my hair. She took off my power suit and she said, "Do you have anything that's like a solid color that's not black?" I have a navy suit. She said, "Well, we'll work with that." She put on a scarf. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, wow, this is someone so magnetic like I had never seen myself that magnetic. And I go, "That's powerful. That's really powerful." And I started to like just think about what is the power of softness. So I invite you in to see where softness can empower your situations and elevate your confidence and influence. So with that, let's get centered. Let's close our eyes if you'd like, or soften your eyes, get in a comfortable position. If you'd like, feel your feet on the floor or wherever you're laying down. And just do a little quick body scan, starting from your feet, going up through and notice if anything's holding on in your feet. Notice the space between both of all of your toes, all 10 toes, up into your ankles. If anything can soften, feel yourself connecting and breathing into it, and see what can let go. And take a slow inhale, and as you exhale, let your shoulders drop, bringing your awareness up through your legs, acknowledging these powerful legs, letting go of anything that's holding in your legs, your hips, and your thighs, and the space between your hip bones. Well, breathe into that abdomen area. And as you exhale, see if something can let go. Soften your belly. And just release the effort of holding yourself together. Coming up through your torso, breathing into your heart and lungs, acknowledging your loyal friends, these organs, vital organs in your body that are here for you no matter what. Notice where you've been bracing or protecting or pushing. And just soften. See if you can just soften with your breath. And as you stay in your heart space area, allow a gentle light to emerge. Envision that there glowing. And with each breath, allow the warmth to soften the edges within you. And to yourself, you might whisper inwardly, "I am safe to soften. I release the need to force or prove. I release the need to force or prove. And softness is strength. And allowing stillness to come through. And imagine this soft warmth expanding through your chest, to your belly, to your hips, to your shoulders and arms, to the back of your neck and your entire back, over your back of your head and forehead and face. Allow a softening of your face, open like a baby's face. You might notice yourself becoming receptive rather than efforting. And you might notice that there's a difference between pushing and allowing. And as you allow yourself to soften, contemplating where softness resides now within you, where you'd like to soften more, just breathe into any spaces that feel the need for them or that you want to acknowledge that this is your time to embody softness as much or as little as you desire. There's no right or wrong. It's just an exploration, more being curious, curious of your own softness, how it is for you, what it is for you, whether it is for you, and what it could do for you, what it is doing for you. Just taking that moment. And taking a moment to take another breath in consciously and exhaling, letting the energy rise up, back up into your body. Maybe another energizing breath in and out. And as you are ready, feel free to come back in to that, to your space. Yeah, how was that?
Fabulous.
Nice. So I'd like you to take a moment, and if you have a journal or something to write in, or just take a moment to think about um, what um, what does softness look like, feel like, or mean to you? What does softness look like, feel like, or mean to you? Take a couple of minutes to do that, just to contemplate. And when you're done, either come back on camera or let me know in the chat. And this is the time we want everyone to kind of go around and share their name, their location, a little bit about yourself in terms of what you're up to in the world and what does softness look like to you or feel like or mean to you. And guess what? You get to do this in 1 minute or less. Okay. Or two, you could take 2 minutes, but think about being concise. So I put in the chat the two things, your name, your location, what you're up to in the world, and your thoughts about softness. I will go last. Joanne, we haven't heard from you. Would you like to say hi and start us off?
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yeah, well,
Okay, great. Yes, my name is Joanne. I currently live in Tennessee. I'm new to this area. I live about 30 minutes west of Nashville. Um, so I've got a lot of softness going in my life right now because this is so new. And I wouldn't say I'm uncomfortable. I would say that I'm leaning into what is to be experienced for me. And I think the best way I can express that is by allowing myself to be led versus forcing anything. Softness is a really, I would say, important aspect of my day to day life. It helps me stay present to myself without having expectations. And then also, of course, very present to my family and other people that are in my life as I kind of go through a rebirthing, being in this, again, new place.
and how long have you been there?
Just a few months.
Okay, great. Well, wonderful. I would have introduced you to my sister, but she just moved away from Nashville.
Oh, really?
She was in Madison. Is that near you? Is that, I think it's closer to
Um,
east than west.
yeah, it's on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
But
you, though.
Nashville's great. I went to school there.
Mm,
Oh,
lovely.
Yeah. It's a happening town. So great. Welcome, Josette. You made it. And we invite you to be in softness and you're on mute. So come off mute.
Sorry, I'm over here talking to myself.
No worries.
I was trying to figure out how to get in for almost 10 minutes.
Oh, we're glad you made it. And we're we're like a pillow today, right? We just welcome you in any state and we're allowing you to soften into that. So we just started having people share. I'll put in the chat what we're sharing and we'll just let you kind of soften into this because we just did the centering. And
Thank you.
yeah. So Jessica, since you're on camera, would you like to go next?
yeah, happy. So I am Jessica Sudin, and my location is up in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, by the Rocky Mountains in the middle of Blizzard Land. And what I'm up to in the world is um, spreading love, compassion, empathy, teaching these skills and facilitating these types of skills. And recently, I was a podcast host. So that's new for me.
Oh,
Yes, I was asked to be the host of 20 podcasts via a government program to help with relational skills. So it's called Lean In to Learn, and it's lovely. The contract's over now, so hopefully they'll get more funding and they will ask me to be the host again. So, what does softness look like, feel like, and mean to me? So, I'll be very concise because it came very quickly. So, it looks like healthy caring. Softness feels like peace. Softness feels like home. And it means love to me. And something else that came in between there, and I was like, oh, this is not the time where you unpack stuff, but softness feels like my mom. And I say this because I think I'm a softer person for her. So maybe similar, maybe, and it was awoken by your story, Laura, about the makeover, because I remember always my mom telling me, watch those sharp edges.
Mm.
Watch that. Keep an eye on that and keep a rein in on that because that's not you. And yeah, so softness makes me think of my mom.
What a wise woman and a wise way to say that.
Oh, right. There's so many other ways that that could be said.
Yeah. My mom did it in a very sharp way. Mirroring me, not, or maybe I was mirroring her. But I
Maybe.
love that. Watch those sharp edges. That's not you.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. It's like calling you to be
Yeah.
that which you are, the highest and most gracious form of that. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
And Francesca, would you like to share about what softness looks like and feels like and means to you and where you're at, what you're up to?
Sure. Let's see where my. Huh. Can't find my little face thing. Yeah, it came in. My name is Francesca. I'm here down sort of east of the San Diego way. And for me, considering what's been going on in the world and with information overload, my softness is not reacting. It's not having an absolute. People are crazy. Yeah, my softness is not reacting and being compassionate, chilling out, just being observant, not reacting, and compassionate, and being in my body, which gives me the strength to do the other two things. Being focused and in my body and for whatever crazy's going on, pretty much. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, that's so it's so great. It inspired something in me. I'll share in a little. Well, I'll share now, and then Josette, you can share. So I'm Laura Rubenstein. I'm the creator of the Feminine Power Cards. I'm also a digital marketer. I help people with their marketing, and I'm bringing more feminine energy to marketing. So I specialize in working with women entrepreneurs. And what softness looks like to me is the word slump came, but in a, like I'm so, much of my day is like, I'm on it. I'm like focused. If I'm not soft, it's not like I'm unsoft, but I'm more intense and there's a rigidness in my body. And when I can just go like this and slump and let things go, I soften and it's like nothing is holding on. And there's a receptivity. And then I can build strength from there. And Francesca, I don't know why what you shared sparked this in me, but I want to get strong in my body so I can soften more, if that makes sense. I want to feel as strong as possible and at the same time take time for softness. I don't want to just keep getting softer and softer, like mushy. So there's a difference to me between mushy and soft, the softness that is empowered and has that compassionate, that has like, I feel good, I fill my cup so I can have more to give. Yeah. So I kind of interwove several themes there, but it all start with softening up and then taking care of myself. Welcome in, Josette.
Thank you.
Please share.
Yeah, I love the words that you used, Laura. That
Mm.
was really beautiful. I would say, okay, so I'm Josette Diaz, and I'm in San Diego. And what I'm up to in the world is I feel like I'm in this really in-between space right now. So what I feel like I'm up to feels like it's shifting. So I work with midlife women, and I work with them as like a creative strategist and self-awareness coach. And I feel like things are molding, not different, just more heightened in a way. So softness, what it looks like to me and feels like to me and what it means to me is the first things that come to my mind are grace,
Mm.
calmness, and also a centered diplomacy. Because it's unrealistic for me to think of like today I work part-time in a tax office, and during tax time it's full-time. So there's a gentleman who used to own the office, and he's known to be kind of gruff, and he's always been really nice to me. And when there's a mistake that happens, you see his harshness come out a little bit. And I didn't make like a big mistake. I just put some numbers down on a paper. He wasn't expecting to see them there. And so he's like questioning me, well, why? And he was being a little bit harsh. And I feel very soft today and a little emotional. And so I
Mm.
just looked at him and I said, well, I was trying to help you, just so he understood first, that there was nothing there that I was trying to do that was wrong. And it wasn't really even a big deal. It was just kind of silly. And he did back down and sort of collect himself a little more. And so I find that like sometimes even when I'm in that really soft space, if I can be centered and direct in a diplomatic way, that exudes my softness. It expands it even more. And so that's what it means to me.
Awesome. So we want to take this just a little bit deeper and talk about where would softness serve more and in what other areas. And I'm going to share my screen and we'll put these in actually before I share my screen. Let me put the question. There are a few questions you can write down and we will talk about. Because the softening is this unfolding process, right? Every one of us has this idea where it can serve us. And so here's the where, like look into your life and think about where in my life, in your life, would softness serve you now? And what would shift if you allowed ease instead of effort? How would it serve you? Where would it serve you? How would it serve you? What would shift if you allowed it? And are you willing to explore it? And then we can write an affirmation to that effect. So take a moment to do that. And let me put it in the chat so you can have it there. We'll take another couple of minutes here if you need them. Is everybody doing okay? Need some more time? Yep. Okay. So Gisette, I'm going to let you guide people through this if you would.
Are you guys ready? Okay. So who would like to go first on sharing their answers to the questions? Anyone want to volunteer?
I will follow.
I'm
Go
good.
ahead, Jessica.
Sure. Unless Francesca or Joanne want to go. Anyone? I'll go. Okay. Where in life would softness serve me? It will serve me in self-judgment, increasing softness, I believe, will serve me in movement of doing tasks. So the whole idea of like my way through life would be almost greased with softness, if I may use a como que no, of course I would, some sort of mechanical or motorsport type reference. It's just me. Yeah, it would definitely grease some bearings. How would softness serve me? I think it can bring flow and understanding and really open things. So it was an interesting download because, of course, in my subliminal, I was listening to the next question, but I was writing all the stuff prior to seeing the third question, which is what will shift with ease instead of effort, which is really what I was getting to from that answer of flow. And I was like getting all this download of understanding and opening up space, like that softness. It just feels like it just opens up. And what shifts is the way that I look at and the attitude that I have towards my to-do list. And also the ease of business ideas, of talks, of what do talks look like in my business, and communication in general. But it also came to me communication maybe with my husband, with a softness, you know. And am I willing to explore, of course.
I love that.
Did you write an affirmation?
No, I was looking at all the answers. I didn't quite get there.
Okay.
However, with all of that, I think it's not going to be difficult.
It was such a beautiful unfoldment from each answer to the next. It just I visualized like a flower just kind of
Oh,
opening up to the center. Oh, it's really nice.
thanks, Josette.
Yeah,
Maybe that'll be my affirmation to link the softness to the flower to this. Yeah.
really pretty. Laura, did you want to go next, or Joanne? Are you ready?
Yeah,
I'm
Joanne.
ready. Yeah, I don't mind to go. So as I am in a very new environment, I would say the softness for me is definitely in setting an intention every day for myself to allow myself to discover and to kind of relish in that newness. And then, of course, it parlays into all of my relationships with family, friends, loved ones, and of course, my husband and many, many new people that have met or, will be meeting or have, started to develop new friendships with. So for me, it's really melting any expectation and just be more kind of inquisitive and sort of in that space of exploration and wonder, not needing to know what the outcomes are going to be, not needing to have defined missions for every moment of my day, and just allowing for. I can't think of any other word other than flow, and I'm sure we've all heard that. So I'm more in tune with that, I think, than I have been in a long time. Being off of the road, looking for a place to live, which has been quite arduous, is very pleasant, and I think I'm much more able to identify what softness is, because I'm a very different person when I'm outside of the car. So am I willing to explore it even more? Yes, absolutely. I take pleasure in witnessing it. I think I observe and witness it in other people, because when I can see and hear and listen to someone else share anything, it doesn't matter what it is, and either their excitement or their vulnerability or whatever, and just be attuned to what is going on in their life, I think it kind of brings everything kind of down many, many notches. And I can't say everyone, but in my case, I'm much more aware of feeling connected. So I think that softness also is a part of that connectivity. And so I did write an affirmation, and it's very simple. I am at ease. I am calm. I am cool. I'm collected.
That's beautiful. I'm writing down some of the words you guys are using because they're just so interesting. I want to share them later, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Thanks.
Joanne. Laura, are you ready?
I'm ready, unless Francesca, you want to go?
Yeah, sure. Cat has its food. He was Mr. I need it now. No, now. No, now. Anyway, talk about not being soft. Well, serving me now, I notice day to day, I need to, let's say, turn away so I can do my meditations in softness and not be washed down the river of media crazy. So that would be good. A lot less stress on how staying connected to that piece more the day than not would help me be less stressful. It's always better for your health. Not and easier for the people when we do get in the car. It's like, okay, I can be peaceful. You can be a dingbat. It's okay. We're good. Let it go. And then ease versus effort. I think it would help me be more productive, because I'm noticing if I sit, meditate, and just organize myself enough to give myself things I'm going to do today, then I would get more done, like taxes, blah, blah. And I'm exploring the softness. So I've noticed that then I allow the softness to keep me balanced and focused, to help me be more productive. Because when you're tuned in to yourself, you're better to focus and increase your productivity, because you're not letting the me of the outside world to throws you off balance, I think.
Yeah.
To a certain degree. It's just, and I let it, and I really let it, and I have 15 Telegram channels to go through and search, and they're lying. This one's lying. No, that one's lying. Like, who cares? So I'm slowly unraveling that. Funny enough, if the horse is a fire horse and firing things up, I'm kind of like, seems like I'm putting out the fire, or I refuse to get burnt up and all that crazy, and there's lots of it. So, how can we be more productive and peaceful? It's so. Aw, thank you.
That was so nice.
Yeah, I love that affirmation too.
Mhm.
Okay, so I will go. So where in my life would softness serve me? The first thing that came to mind was sleep. I feel like I get so tense when I sleep. I think that's normal. Like we all, our muscles get tense, but I'm going to set an intention about being more soft, about getting to sleep and being asleep. And it also would serve me, and I've already seen it serve me in my relationship with my husband, and it's magical. It's just magical. Um, and in getting closer and also in getting clear. Like clarity comes when I'm just not so jangled. I mean, Francesca, I had a session with you and everything in my nervous system just realigned and I became clear of, my name of, I didn't have to worry as much. It's like clear of all the worry, first of all, and then allowing my body and trusting that flow to happen. So yes, what would shift would be more more influence. So you all remember, I don't know if you have the same, had the same generation, but there was a American Express commercial that says, if you want someone's attention, whisper.
Yeah.
What were they saying? The power of softness, right? And it was funny because I was scrolling at something and then this person was like, here's 3 tips to being more influential. One is this, two is this, and third is volume. Increase your volume 10 to 15%. And I'm like, it can get pretty jangly when you do that. So my affirmation, and of course I am willing to pause. I use that as part of the affirmation. I'm willing to pause and be gracious in the face of resistance.
Mm.
I am willing to pause and be gracious in the face of resistance, my own or others. And I just want to say thank you to you all for this. Thank you, Francesca. We might all want to write our if you are willing, put your affirmations in the chat and then people can save them. Power comes from clarity and inner peace. I love that. Yes. So, I see softness as a power tool, and can you see that in all of your shares, the power that softness has
Mhm.
for us? It's like this amazing little sneaky little power tool that can, I think, shift the world and, it's part of that. So that's my share. Josette, on to you.
Okay, so the first, where in my life would softness serve me right now? It would really serve me when I think of my business. Because I think I really judge myself. I sit here and I get very judgy about where I am, where I think I should be, what I'm not doing that maybe would have moved the needle, and all those things. I can really go into that and be really hard on myself. So softness would really allow that. And I find it so interesting that everyone is saying kind of the same thing, because I recognized in that moment that how would it help me? Where would it serve me? And I was thinking, oh, it would really allow me to find my stillness, and a lot easier. And the third question, what would shift if I allowed ease instead of effort? That I'd be able to sink into my rhythm
Hmm.
And am I willing to explore softness? Absolutely. I didn't get to the affirmation, so I will think of one. I just wanted to share some words that everyone used that struck me. Um, Jessica, I when you were speaking about softness, I really related it to like softness equals receiving. Like when you were done speaking, um, that
Oof.
really came through so loud and clear, and you used the word flow. And then Joanne, I really loved that melting word that you used. Sorry about the dog, you guys. Um, and that was really beautiful. You talked about expectation. Is that right?
Yeah.
And I love that softness kind of allows you to sort of like when you said melting, it's just so pretty. And everybody talked about connection and softness is a power tool. Love that, Laura. Sleep. That's great. And trusting allows flow. So and Francesca, when you were talking about softness and equals balance and helps you become more focused. I mean, I think we're all saying kind of the same things in different ways and at different moments, but no buts about it. And it just really kind of hit home for me. And thank you. I just wanted to thank you.
I feel like we filled our power tool belt of feminine power here. These meetings, these gatherings are so potent, and what we do in just an hour is amazing. And I love honoring people's time. So we will end on time. I do want to share one more thing here before we complete for sure. But as you know, we have another meeting coming up. I'm working from the bottom up actually here on the slide. March 24th, we'll meet again at 5. The reason we're meeting at 5 is to help Josette. We will go back to 4 after tax season. So actually starting in May. We won't have a session in April, but we will have a message for you that will go out by email. So hopefully you're all getting emails from me on this. And yeah, if you're not, let me know a good email for you. And the theme, though, next month is on inner authority. And we're going to bridge from softness to inner authority, being softly anchored in inner authority. Josette, do you want to share about the gift you have for people if they haven't taken you up on it yet?
Yes, yes. So I have a gift called Your Awakened Intelligence, and it allows you to really define your values and see how they can lead your life if you don't already do this. And if you are doing it, there could be some things that could be tweaked and help you move into that space even more. And so that's what the Activate Your Awakened Intelligence is about. Helps you with boundaries and everything.
And if you haven't had a feminine influence code session, you're invited to that, where we pull a card and we talk about where you're at right now and what the cards have to offer to support you having the influence you want. And if you haven't received or bought yourself or friends, family decks of cards, you're welcome to contact me or go to femininepowercards.com and purchase your decks there. All the links are in the chat right now. And it's been such an honor to be with you for the last hour. I want to just hug all of you right now. Do a big group hug. And so good to see you. So good to see you on all levels, see you physically present here, hear you, get your inner softness today. Thank you for bringing it and for gifting it to us today. I think we're all we've all benefited from it in whatever way we have. So is there anybody who wants to say anything before we close?
I have one question
Yeah.
for your power cards.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have them, Like, are they available online?
Yeah, femininepowercards.com.
But I mean the physical. I mean,
Oh, you mean like to
I'm
see them?
interested. Yeah. I mean, I'm interested to send them to somebody who lives in a different country.
Okay.
So my question is, do you have, I don't know what it's called, like an access code or something that people can like read them from a online format?
Oh, if you could buy it and they could read it digitally?
Yeah.
No, but I'll work on that.
Okay. Because I would like to share them.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've had people order them and I ship them internationally. There's quite a shipping fee though, usually
I know.
involved.
Yeah,
And in
exactly.
fact, on the website, it says if you do want to ship it internationally, I have to separately quote that. But yes, I will definitely work on that. I actually had Canva AI create a program where it could do it, but I think I need to do it through a different program.
Okay,
But yes, you've inspired me and definitely will do that.
great.
Yeah, thank you for that.
A set
So,
of your cards is in northern Spain in the Basque Country with one of my cousins.
oh, very
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
nice.
They were
So I got
international, the international feminine
the
power card.
international. Yes. Yes, because I got a handful this year for Christmas gifts and people were very grateful.
Oh, good. Yeah. I get 99% when people, I hand them a deck and they start looking at it, everybody says the same thing. I love these cards. Like 99%. I just wait for it now. Like, you're gonna say it. You're gonna say it. So yeah. Well, good. Well, thank you for that. And thank you
Mhm.
for being here. Anybody else have anything they want to close with?
As far
I
as
have
the
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, you go, John. I can
Okay.
message
I,
Laura
I,
about this
I
later.
just, because of the softness theme and the fact that we're just bridging from Valentine's Day, I just would like to encourage us all to continue in that as part of a self-love awakening until we meet again. Always and everywhere, but until we meet again.
Well, thank you. Yeah,
Mhm.
thank you. I received that. Jessica.
Oh, it was a little bit about if you want to get online one day and I can show you one of the digital decks that I have from
Yes.
those other cards that you have. You hit me
Yes.
up on WhatsApp and I will make time to do that.
Thank you.
Oh,
Let's make
wow.
that happen. Yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
Mhm.
I
Yeah, it's
appreciate that.
PowerPoint, but we're ex-corporate. It's fine.
Oh, interesting. Oh, I would be interested to see. So Jessica has a deck of cards she uses so she wants to show me the digital, how she does it.
Mhm.
Yep.
Versions.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, they created digital versions where, you can type in a number and it goes to the slide and then it flips the cards as you go and
How
it's just
interesting.
it's a PowerPoint animation type thing,
Uh-huh.
but and then they're locked. So, you can't go in and change pictures or words or this or that. Like there's a password lock to it.
Neato.
And
Okay,
I
cool.
I did not create these decks, but I can certainly show you, and I'm sure it's quite easy to be able to figure out the
Yeah.
mechanics after that.
Okay. Do that. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of digital magazines that are similar to what you're saying. You just flip the pages on them. They're very cool.
Mhm. Yeah. Neat. Yeah, I'm excited now. Thank you, Joanne. All right, ladies, anything else? The floor is open for wisdom. And I
Good.
want to honor your time and wish you a soft month. Thank you for presencing that. Yes, Francesca.
Yeah, no, just saying thank you for a nice soft break from day crazy, even though it's not stormy just yet, still.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
you're welcome. You're welcome. All right, be good to yourselves.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you for
Bye-bye.
tonight. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.